Okay, hey everybody. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and start our live event, and it's live, and I'm gonna start now because we're gonna be doing a couple of things here as we get ready for our vendors, appointments, opportunities, and many other things. But one of the first things that we have to do, and I am learning to do, and today is going to be like my first time, I'm going to use a streaming software. So I don't know how well that's going to work out for me, but I'm going to try it for a little bit, see if it's going to help. If not, then I'll just continue to do um, what I would like to actually do for you guys. All right, and so today, for the Institute of the Preservation of African American Music and Arts, I really encourage, if you're in the Milwaukee area, that you go and you kind of like take a look and kind of like see what they have to offer and everything, because of the fact that it is one of the things that we really, as African Americans, we need to really embrace each other and make sure that we are doing the things that we feel like are necessary to do to promote one another, which is always helpful. So I am going to be I'm going to be working and continuing to learn how to do this. And I'm hoping that I'm doing it right. I think I set it up okay. So we're going to see when I actually start to do it. So I am confirming. Okay. So, okay, that's not too bad. And we still want this title to be the same also. And we'll just go ahead and call it Rich and Rich. My favorite thing to say most of the time because it's my company. And then description. We are advertising advertising today for um, website. All right, so today we're going to be advertising our products. Same thing that out at the institute we would have been able to do. The only reason that we're not there yet, it's not 9 o'clock, and the other thing is that I guess there wasn't enough funding or whatever happens with businesses, such as the institute, especially if you're working off of donations and things of that nature. So, even if you aren't able to get down there today, this is Juneteenth weekend. So try to get out and try to really do something that would be some type of celebration for, what Juneteenth means. And continue to support your business owners. We have African American business owners right here in the Wisconsin, Milwaukee, Wauwatosa, Brookfield, anywhere that have businesses. So we're small businesses, and we do like the ability to be able to get out and to be able to be a part of any kind of festival that you have. And of course, you don't always have to be doing, you don't always have to be selling something, because sometimes you can just have something for a promotion, and some people, will give because of something that they're going to be doing later on, or it's in order to, like me, for the most part, I want to promote my business. So the best way to promote my business is to talk to you guys, come to your live stream, and all of this great stuff. So right now, I guess this is what this is doing also. So, all right, so this is going to be a labor of love for me today, but I'm not going to actually stop anything that I'm doing because I want to go ahead and get our show on the road. So one of the main things that we are really proud of for Rich and Rich Home Opportunities is every single thing that basically I have created, designed, had people that were able to create and design, to see my vision and to be able to create it for me. And so one of the very first things for me is doing my purses. So we have our Rich and Rich Home Opportunities purse, and I call it the joining hands of peace. And the reason is because of the joining hands. I like the multicolor, and this is what we call a window. So it's just a little decoration on it. Um, I created a larger size. I created a larger size because some people, and as you can see, this one has Rich and Rich Home Opportunities on it. So sometimes, when you're doing your creativity and everything like that, and when, your work is they're showing you their work and everything, make sure about your logos because sometimes, the logos may be too light or dark depending on what the pattern is going to be. And so you don't want that to be happening. So we did this one and we did our little one. And I did that because of the fact that, sometimes, I had girls. And so it's always nice to have girls dressed up, and mommy has her purse and daughters have their little purses, or, you know, so you can kind of like do the daughter mom thing, whatever you want to do. So that's what motivated me to do a big and a little one. And on a little side note, when they actually manufactured the purse for me, the size of it, I did not realize it was going to be this small. So, even though it is small, I think it is by far one of the favorites when people go out and they actually see that. And this is on Mrs. Rich and Rich Home Opportunities shop. So you definitely are able to get one if you would like one, or get both if you like both of them. And I'm going to put them back up where they need to be at so that I don't mess up my designs that I have done. All right, and then I like this one. This is our red cross bag, drawstring bag. It's red. It's got our little cartoon character there. That's ours. So that's Rich and Rich Home Opportunities, so and Rich and Rich Home Opportunities. So I actually had some designers, graphic artists that I have been utilizing, and I got a really, really cool new person, and I am really excited about him. Very much so because he's gotten he's gotten several little items that are ready for us for like what we're going to be doing for designing, and also um hopefully I will be able to do some things creatively on the graphic artist side with some of the creations that I'm getting, and move forward with doing some other things. So if you do see anything with Rich and Rich Home Opportunities, you can always Google us. We are accredited through the Wisconsin Better Business Bureau, which I'm very happy about that. And I will tell you that, being in business is not, it's not very easy. Sometimes you take some really, really hard knocks because you get some really hard lessons learned, but hey, that's just how it goes. So this is what we call this. This is our red drawstring purse. And kind of, I was talking to you guys about the fact of, being very clear, being really clear with like your designers, when they're in the creating process and everything. And I'll give you a perfect example. This is my very first purse design that I did. And so when I was shown the logo in the beginning, it actually was white. And as you can see, the final product, it was not white. It's, this dark color. And so, we just kind of had to talk about doing these things because the whole purpose of having a logo on any of your items is you like people to see your logo. So yes, it is there. I still love what they do. They are wonderful. They are awesome. Um, I tell them what I would like. I saw, royal blue. I wanted a quilt like fabric with the leather, and they are just phenomenal. So how can I can't really fuss at them too much about the logo thing because they just do such great work. And then with the zipper, where you can button it and just make it a little bit, um, just a little bit more easier to be able to handle. So they did a good job on this, and so I'm happy with everything that they do, and that's why I'm still with them, and I will continue to be with them as they continue to manufacture for me. All right, and so um, as we are doing our live streams and everything, there are other things that we want to make sure that we are also getting done. And I don't want to forget about them. So I have like all of these multiple little gadget things to be able to do stuff with because it's important for me. Because when I'm doing one thing and if you think of something else, if you don't do it immediately, well, at least for me, then I kind of lose focus on exactly what I want to get accomplished here. So, needless to say, that's why I have all these wonderful little things that I can be working on, especially my my little toys, as I like to call them. And I'm going to go on this particular one because for some of the things for Rich and Rich Home Opportunities, um, we have a lot of, well, no, yeah, we do. We have a lot of products. We really kind of do. And the reason that we have so many of them is because of doing um, the different types of things that we want to do with creating and doing our designs now. So not only do we want to be um, creating and designing, we also have to make sure that we're getting them on as quickly as we can too. I don't know, I'm not liking the lighting too much from this little streaming device, which is probably me. And so I'm glad I have this one on the phone. Also, I will be uploading this one. Oh, this one will be there because this is on YouTube. And so I wanted to make sure that I did that because I know that we're starting um, with our Preservation Institute, the streaming live event. So I will continue to let that go. And I just want to think on something else that I want to do really quickly. So, kind of how I envisioned this, it did not go that well because um, I should have been somewhere else at like 7 o'clock in the morning, like setting up everything out somewhere other than in my little personal studio because of my personal studio is getting crowded as we continue to manufacture products, which I'm not complaining about that. We're going to continue to do that and continue to do our designing of our mini items. And so one of the things that I, will be doing with Mrs. Rich and Rich Home Opportunities shop, and I'll probably do it with some of the other sites too as I get, as I get a little bit better with this stuff. But what we want to do is I want to offer also when people are buying items, I want to also offer like a free item that a person will get. And it's based on the amount that's spent. I kind of have this set up on my page right now, but you probably won't be able to see it yet because we've got to keep working on it and keep adding stuff to it. And so basically the way that it works in theory is that like today, I would have had signs, up saying that, If you spend $150, you get one free item. If you spend $300 or more, you get two free items. So 150. If you spend $150 and more, you get one item. If $300 and more, you get two items. And we're not just talking about two items of like junk or anything like that, because I really don't like junk. When I go somewhere and I want to buy something, I want to get something, and if it's if even if it's free, I want it to be something that's quality, or else you can just keep it pretty much. So they are all new products. They're things that I particularly enjoy having, and so I want to make sure that I also make it available to you guys also, so that you can know that it's not just it's not always about only what you're buying. Sometimes it's about the shopping experience that you have. And so for me, it's really about that. And so what I always intend to do is to make sure that for my business that I'm doing things that I would love to see actually done myself when doing things, and just kind of go from there. And so this is since I'm streaming live, that means that I'm actually I'm actually working as well too, to continue to get some of the things out that I want to get out and get them put onto my website the way I want them to be. And one of the things, as I have said, is that we like having our wonderful, wonderful pictures that we can see, so that everybody sees that this is, we have actual real products, and that, we're building on them. So I actually have this iPhone. I, I'm not really an iPhone person. I'm really an Android girl. However, I do have to say that it does take like the most wonderful pictures that I can think of. So I like it. Didn't always like them in the beginning, because I kind of feel like it's a monopoly a lot of times. So that's about the only thing that I can say about it. Alrighty. Now, I'm still learning, I'm snapping little pictures or whatever. So we're gonna move on with some of our other items for um for 9 o'clock. And so I think I have an idea of how this is going to work out. Seems like it's going to be okay. I love the way we're looking on the phone, though. So, I mean, and this is the Android S Samsung 23, and so this is really awesome. The graphics and everything on it. So, needless to say, it makes me feel a little bit better here in my little studio. So, what we're going to do now is I'm going to come back to you live, but right now, I'm going to also go ahead and continue to upload our stuff uh, into our website, Mrs. Rich and Rich Home Opportunities shop, because we really, really were going to have all of these things out for you guys to see, but it's okay. You'll still get to see them. You'll still get to purchase them, and we're still going to do that. We're still going to do our free site, and I've already been able to get it programmed and everything into my store, so we are doing that part, and we're just going to keep putting things in there and adding, because it's not like we're going to actually stop doing any designing or anything like that. So um, I'm going to stop for right now, because now I think I got kind of like an ideal. So I want to be a little bit more organized when I come back at like 9 o'clock. So just consider this my little trial run. You guys come back at 9 o'clock. Um, and let's just go from there. Let's see, go to Mrs. Rich and Rich, homeopportunities.shop, so you can go and see what's there now. Right now I've got like 23 products in there, but I have a lot of stuff. So I've got a couple of websites, and I have a couple of websites for a reason, because for one, you want to make sure that you're advertising. If you're going to do like clothing and everything, then you kind of really want to like focus on your clothing, but that's not the only thing that, we enjoy doing. We enjoy doing things with our shoes. We enjoy doing things with jewelry. That's something you guys are going to be actually seeing today for the first time. Nobody else has seen it. So you guys are going to be seeing it, especially if you're coming back at 9 o'clock. You'll get a chance to see. And we are also loving the hats that they're designing. I don't know if I showed those to you, but I will, because these are magnificent. And they're not magnificent just, well, they are. They're magnificent because I created them, but they're also just magnificent because they are. Okay, so this is what they call a trucker cap, and it is just done with a city design. Now, this is a city design that I had, and so it has been projected onto the trucker's cap, which I really, really like. This is our scarlet. We call it our scarlet. So it's black and scarlet is the color you'll see on Mrs. Rich and Rich Home Opportunities shop. So we got that one. It's really nice. And then we got the color. We also got it in black and white. And then we just wanted to do this plain black and black. And then, of course, military background. You just camo always seems to just be so cool looking. So I've actually worn it. So I've actually worn it in the military for real, not playing somebody military on a TV show. But anyway, Army and Navy. But needless to say, I like the city logo, and I think it looks great on the camo also. So those are there, and those are available. And, I love when we design and we get our products in, because that's part of you're designing, you're kind of waiting to get your product in to see kind of like what it's going to actually look for like and everything. So I am so pleased about these. This is also from one of my new suppliers that I just found, because, as we do business, some suppliers can keep up with demand and some suppliers cannot, or they just, I'm not exactly sure why, but just sometimes you have to change your suppliers. And so I'm grateful for this one right here. We're going to be seeing more from him as well, and his company, because they manufacture, they get they get your vision, and they actually brought my vision to life. So I am very grateful for that. And you guys can, I think I've got the video on Miss Rich and Rich Home Opportunities too, so you can look at it also. All right, so I'm going to go and come back in 30 minutes at 9 o'clock, and we will start this again.